back to another TW Local 591 podcast. This is our Friday Rep Call Recap podcast. My name is Gary Shogwell, the local president, and joining me today is Troy Rhodes, your treasurer, Johnny Binney, the recording secretary, Chris Warbath, your executive board member at large, and via the internet, Russ Dittmer, your administrative executive board member. So thanks for joining me, fellas. We're going to start where we always start on our rep call, which is our peer support EAP and benefits update from Tony Laporte. His update, unfortunately, and sadly, we had another death of a member by suicide, and it's just a general reminder. Ask co-workers, are you okay? 988's out there. We have peer support to help our members who are struggling. So if you ever need help, please get hold of one of us. Benefits offsets were also discussed this week. If you're receiving short-term, long-term disability, that's your STD, LTD, or any other income that may offset these benefits, might be recaptured. So call Tony Laporte if you have any questions. So, Russ, you want to handle the ASAP compliance update?
Sure, Gary. Our ASAP SMS compliance coordinators, Joe Absalon and Harry Charalambas, probably sometimes think their message is like a broken record. They continue to remind us to focus on reading, understanding, and focusing on complying with all of the manuals and paperwork, including the notes, the cautions, and the warnings. Remember, these notes, cautions, and warnings are actually really important, as important as the actual work steps. They provide you the information learned by Boeing, Airbus, other carriers over time, and it's added into the documents to make sure that you know how not to make maintenance mistakes, and it helps you not hurt yourself or even kill yourself, and also how not to damage the aircraft. I'm going to jump right into safety since I'm already here, Gary. Mike Cockram, our safety coordinator, spoke on personal protective equipment, PPE, and the PPE catalog has been updated with new bump cap inserts for different head sizes. Apparently, we found out that not everyone has the same size head. Along with that, there are new hot weather options, including cooling sleeves, vented hats, those types of things. So the next topic Mike talked about was medical transportation. Local 591 does not endorse this new company, Skyhop. It's Uber, Lyft for non-emergency medical transportation. Frankly, focus on getting the member the medical services they need as fast as possible and as safe as possible. Another topic he brought up was, amazingly enough, they're still cleaning cabins with leaf blowers on some checks. It doesn't matter what they call the leaf blowers. Frankly, the dust and particles in the air when they're being used are a health hazard, and we really shouldn't be in the cabin until the air is finally settled after they use it. Along with that, Mike Cockram is awaiting the new policy on this process, so stay tuned on that one.
All right, thanks, Russ. Troy, you got an update?
Yeah. The board approved purchasing new hoodies and t-shirts, so please go to www.local591.com and register if you haven't. And for those already registered, please verify, update your shirt sizes. We will use those sizes listed on the website for the order. For those already registered, just log into local591.com and then click account in the upper right-hand corner to verify all the contact information, update as necessary, as well as your current shirt size.
Sure. Johnny, got an update?
Yeah, election update. Open DFW MLS Shop Steward elections ended Monday, June 9th at 8 a.m. Central. Check your voting info to see who won or your regional page for the posting. RDU at large shop steward voting period closes Monday, June 16th at 9 a.m. Eastern. We're grateful for all the interest in serving the membership. Local quarterly schedule. Next week, Southeast region in Miami, Wednesday, June 18th. Anyone in the system can watch and ask questions at any meeting virtually by registering via Zoom. The meeting info is posted on in each region. Also, TW International approved the proposed membership meeting schedule change. Starting in July, membership meetings will be monthly, working with RVPs to set up the schedule and location soon.
Chris, you have an update on field trips?
Yes, field trip update. We tracked 26 line field trips this week. We also had 13 of the base field trips. Don't hesitate to send me any info that you might see that I missed. I have an email on the website. My cell phone's listed on the website. Please send me any info. No info is bad info. Articles 6K field trip meeting this week. The settlement with the field trips that the vendors do the work that exceed the 8 hours. The company had listed 5 field trips, and we presented an additional field trip that should also be paid out. Field trip crew briefings. We had that meeting also this week. The briefings should already be happening prior to each of the field trips, but the company has committed to start them by July 1st, so we'll see if that happens. Discussions on issues with the company choosing to call a field trip for the left and right seat qualifications when they're obviously not needed. We continue to develop and discuss that with them every month. So that's a work in progress. We're also reminding everybody that when you're out on a field trip, please, 100% in accordance with, there's no stopping that. Make sure you work safe. PPE, proper tooling, stands, all this still applies. We want to make sure the job gets done right the first time and that we all arrive back home safe, healthy, and uninjured back to our families. That's the main concern.
Thank you for that. Russ, you had an update for the FMLA. There was a question that came in.
Yeah, a question came up, and without going into any of the specific details, just remember that any of your FMLA questions can be answered by reaching out to your local 591 peer support team. Their contact info is on the website and the regional local 591 contact list as well. They have a lot of information for you.
All right, thanks. And I'll give Vice President Brian Coyne's update on grievances. Him, along with several board members, continue working on identifying grievances filed for TW members in the association IEM stations, trying to get the status and tracking so our members can get an update exactly where their grievance is. That's being handled by the IEM. GRB, or the Grievance Review Board, is scheduled for June 17th. Your local is completely prepped and ready to go for this session. We also plan to discuss an Article 33B that I filed as a presidential grievance on maintenance control technicians performing line field trip work. That's an issue that we're dealing with. We've seen an uptick in maintenance controllers going out in the field on what work that we see that really should be tech crew chief work. Brian said he's working on new steward and new chairperson training, planning on putting a schedule out probably after we're done with the quarterly meeting in Miami this coming week. That's all we have for this week for this podcast. You guys got anything? All right. Well, then, thank you for watching. If there are any questions regarding what we spoke to here today, or if there's any topics you would like us to do a podcast on, just contact us at info@local591.com. Until next week, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us.
Take care.